Alright, fellas, we have the new TDS balance update. It's finally here. The towers that got reworked were Golden Soldier, Rocketeer, Pursuit, Electric Shocker, and Mortar, but I don't have Mortar because I kind of need farm to film this. What the heck? Why am I, I'm dead, guys. I'm dead. But anyways, we're gonna use Golden Soldier as our early defense. Golden Soldier is now cheaper, $25 cheaper. It used to be $500. Now it is, wait, 25? I don't know. I'm not gonna do the math. I suck at math. But when you place it down, obviously you have 125. And coincidentally, the first upgrade, Trigger Finger, is still the same pretty much. It's just way cheaper. It used to be $250, I believe, which is way cheaper. And yeah, this is way better. way better because it starts with flight detection now, like level 0. So you can use it in hardcore. I don't know what's happening to my voice, but you can use it in hardcore now. It's pretty cheap in hardcore. It's $712. Yeah, it's a decimal cost, and it's really weird because TDS has never used decimals. To my knowledge, TDS has never used decimals ever in their game, but now they are. But yeah, Golden Soldier, you already seen it. His model hasn't changed at all, but his second upgrade is better aiming, 2 to 3 damage, a range of 1. Basically 17. Hidden detection is enabled. It's like $1,100. $1,100 in hardcore. So yeah, and you got a burst of 5 for $750. I don't think that cost has decreased, but what has decreased is this, and I got a farm for it. BRB. All right, guys, I'm rich now. So a level 3 upgrade is really where it changed. I remember this being like 3,500 or something, but it's a increase of damage, 3 to 5, and now it has a faster fire rate and an increased burst. So let's get that. I don't know what happened to the sound. Apparently the sound is silent now, the upgrade sound. But our final level is way better now. It goes from 5 to 10 damage and 5 damage increase, which used to be a 2 damage increase for the last soldier. So it's around like 120 per burst, so something like that, right? And it's a little more expensive. All the new balance updates made the towers expensive, or you can tell by Rocketeer and Pursuit. But also a really great fire rate increase. I don't know why they just didn't round down to 5 or something. I really don't know. I really don't like this like decimal thingamajig into TDS, but ouch. But let's get it. Yeah, it's a pretty great tower. See, one thing I would give it is lead detection. It'd be really cool if Golden Pyro wasn't the only tower with, lead detection. So, yeah, it is shredding, as you can see. But let's get Electric Shocker, because the Electric Shocker is really interesting about the decimals thing. As you can see, 7.5 is usually not a range you see, but for range it doesn't matter. But for like fire rate and like stuff, the Electric Shocker starts off a really fast fire rate, around like less than 1 second. As you can see, like 0.100 then less than 1 second. It has no chaining at level like 0, but it is 800, which is like a $200 increase from like its regular price, I think. I don't remember. But let's get level 1. It's just faster fire rate and more range, which is 320 now. See, this is so interesting. Electric Shocker now gains flight detection, which makes no sense, because I mean, unless you're gonna kill like the flying towers with Electric Shocker, I don't see it. But yeah, we get 2 to 4 damage, which is way better, and now it chains as if this thing spawns. Never mind, Golden Soldier's pretty OP. Never mind. But we got the fire rate the vest or whatever. It gains a lot slower fire rate. 0.65 gains 4 more damage and more range. It's pretty OP, as you can see, and it does not chain more. I don't think so. So yeah, but here's where it gets juicy. The lightning cannon, 8 to 45 damage. That is like a 2,000 damage increase or something. I don't know. I suck at math. Don't take it to me. Oh yeah, one thing about Electric Shocker now is that he does not detect hidden detection anymore. It's quite disappointing, but it chains pretty well even at the earlier levels. But there's something to it. Again, it does gain more range, of course, but it goes from 0.65 to 2, which is the first tower in TDS, to my knowledge, that goes from a lower fire rate to a higher one on a higher upgrade. So yeah, but it can chain more, and stun enemies. So yeah, let's get it. $5,000. This is way more expensive. Then we have this boss. Now we have our last upgrade. I have to speedrun this because we kind of need this to kill this. So yeah, but it has 45 to 90 damage. Has a faster fire rate, but it has way more chaining and max hits. Increased chain, of course, longer stuns, and reduces defense now. That's always been a thing. And now it has lead detection, but it's always had lead detection. So yeah, it does 9 damage. So that's pretty great. Pair of Commander. It's a really good tower. So let's go on to the Rocketeer now. Rocketeer has now this red zone where if an enemy gets into it, it will do nothing because like it would explode itself. So as you can see, Rocketeer does absolutely nothing to the slow boss, which is really poopy, but like it doesn't matter because the first upgrade is pretty cheap, 300 for faster reloading. Honestly, you should have gained a range, but the direct hit now is $800 for 55 damage and 25 range. And now we have the explosive risk, which is faster fire rate to 3.5 and 55 to 100 damage, and now has hidden detection. So yeah, also a larger explosion range, so that's pretty cool. Artillery cannon, the max one, this is way more expensive than the regular Rocketeer, like the old one, and it was completely useless back then. So yeah, larger artillery cannon does like 225 damage now. It has bigger range, but most of the range is the red zone, so it's kind of bad if you ask me. But we got the larger explosion as well, and boom, and now has this. But I'm pretty sure you guys all seen our great guy Rocketeer. So we have the new Pursuit, way more expensive down to place down now, and now gains flight detection. Did I say now gain? It always had fight detection, but it just has an icon. But it starts from 2 to 2 damage now, which it should have started at 3 from this upgrade, honestly. Because, like, come on, you're paying 3,000 for 2 damage? That's really bad. But it gains lead detection at its first upgrade. So, yeah, and also 1 damage increase. By the way, the decimals come back to haunt us. There's now better missiles. It does 30 damage. There's 2, so that's 60 times 60. It's 60 damage in total, but it's 30 times 2 because 2 rockets for the first Pursuit. But it is way more expensive and has a slower reload. I remember it being 5 seconds. Now it's that. But now we have the trio barrel minigun or whatever you call it. It is now it now gains hidden detection. The range is 10.5, which is way better than it used to be. Faster missile reload. It doesn't say how much it is, but I'm assuming 5 seconds. It also has a really great fire rate for what it is. So yeah, if you need to kill a hidden boss, Pursuit might be a good choice. But this upgrade hasn't changed much, just more missiles. So that's like 4 times 30. Then you get your missile output damage. And also gets like, as you can see, hidden detection. Wow, dude, wow. Then we got the more missiles. So yeah. And now we got our final upgrade, space defense. That's kind of funny if you ask me. But it's 7 to 12 damage. I remember it being like, oh crap, we're about to die. It gains more missiles. It's basically 6 times 180, or no, it's 180 the final damage, and yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty good. Does some great crowd control, but all of these towers are really nice. This is definitely a needed balance update. Although the Rocketeer's thingamajig is really bad. Why is it still shoot? Oh, this guy. Well, now Rocketeer's useless. So yeah, a lot of strategies might change, but there's still one more tower to talk about, and it's personally one of my, hated one. So yeah, it's not really that good. Well, we'll talk about it more. All right, guys, we got Mortar now. Man, Golden Soldier's a juicy tower. I've been using it a lot lately. Well, by lately I mean today. But besides that, we're gonna go on to Mortar. It's $1,000 to place down. It's not the best, but yeah, it has lead penetration and flight, which is pretty much unknown and stuff. You already know that. It starts off with 10 damage now. The first upgrade is more expensive. I remember this being 400, but it started off with like 5 damage or something. So you get the upgraded faster fire rate, not by a lot, but more range. And we got upgraded armaments. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm not a professional, but this one's way cheaper. You should be like 2,000 something. And again, 10 more damage at a faster. It has a faster fire rate. And now we got bigger cannon, which is a little more expensive, $200 more, but you get 50 damage now with more range. And this does not have a dead range. By the way, why is... Hold up. Wait. If I play on my max? Yeah, if we turn on HD explosions, why is that so big? Do you see that? That's so big for no reason, for what it is. But it goes, you know, we gotta get this upgrade to kill this. But yeah, it gets like, you know, a bigger cannon, and it does stupid, like, why? I'm gonna have to turn that off because I need to film this, obviously. But yeah, we got its loaded warhead. I don't think this upgrade's efficient at all. I think it's one of the worst upgrades for Mortar, and it goes from 50 to 100 damage. It does have a faster fire rate, putting it next to Rocketeer, but as you can see later, it has lower damage than, you know, Rocketeer. But it is 9,500, which is more expensive than what did I even just say, dude? More expensive than the last one. So yeah, it gains more range, by the way, I think. But yeah, this also has a placement limit of 6, which is different from 5, from its like older generation of Mortar. Yeah, it's different now, but obviously we got the nuclear annihilation. Man, Mortar used to look cool back in the day. Like and subscribe if you guys remember the old Mortar. It looked so sick back in the day. But it gains 75 more damage and 5 more range. It is not the best because you're paying more than Rocketeer, like a lot more. And Rocketeer has hidden detection. I know it has that dead zone, but if you pair it with like DJ and stuff, it's a really great splash damage tower. But yeah, as you can see, you can, you know, place 6, you know. If I can, yeah, okay, there you go. You can just place 6, pretty much. It's definitely, like, it definitely needs some work, but yeah, I think buffing it to 200 damage is alright. It would be alright. Because, yeah, no dead zone is pretty OP for what it is. But I don't think this is a great balance. But all the rest of the towers, I would down Pursuit to 2,500. It is not that worth it for, or that price, 3,000. It's not really early game tower. It's made for mid game, but it's not made for mid game because it's on par for like, it's on par with Accelerator with DJ. So yeah, it's like a late game tower. I tested it in like Fallen and freaking Molten mode. It did really great. So yeah, I think Pursuit's a great tower now. Golden Soldier, way better tower than it used to be. I like it. In fact, I think I might use it for speed runs later on. And yeah, I personally like it. And yeah, the worst one here is obviously Mortar. The best one here is probably Golden Soldier. The okay ones are probably what do you call it? I actually don't know. But anyways, why was there a shock there? But yeah, they're pretty good. Electric Shocker is probably one of my favorite buffs, but it's not obviously the best one. But yeah, pretty great buffs overall, and thanks for watching, and goodbye.